Hey, what's good, world? Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. Uh, Getting into a little bit of bite down boxing. It's another fight night. I'm here in Dallas, getting ready to head over to Frisco, the Star at Frisco, the Jerry Jones complex, where tonight's Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas fight is or card is going down. So looking forward to that tonight. Um, you know, since Deontay Wilder hasn't let it rest, I'm kind of asking myself. I kind of have some more thoughts kind of lingering in my mind. Um, is part of Deontay Wilder's problem. Um, is it just it's just the way things is, like the song by Bruce Hornsby and the Range or whatever, later sampled by Tupac or reiterated by the Tupac single. But it's just the way it is. Was he was he undermined by a lot of things? I see some of these different channels, you know, the racial war, the racial narrative, and whatnot. But I don't. Is it really that simple? So I'm based in Dayton, Ohio. The number four team in the country is ranked there. The number fourth ranked team in the country plays ball there. The UD Flyers. Four black starters. It's my wife's cousin's dog. Four black starters, one white kid, Mike. Mike's his first name might not even. I don't even think it's Mike Sell. His last name is Mike Sell. His first name escapes me at the moment. But what I'm getting at is UD Arena, which hosts the first four games in March Madness, and they've kind of taken over that part of the tournament because of where Dayton, Ohio is located on the map and the size of the stadium or the arena. It seats about 13,400, maybe 13,500, maybe even 14,000. They've remodeled it a number of times, updated it and whatnot. And during college basketball season, consecutive sellouts, it's the biggest thing in town. But what I'm getting at is you go there, you go to a game, you won't see 250 black fans in that building. 13,400, especially if you subtract the students who are there to watch the game, you walk at the concourse, you won't see 250 black people out of 13,400 fans. So the fight being put in Las Vegas, the timing of the fight in February, late February, um, just the buying habits, the spending habits with their discretionary income for black fans. When the fight was announced, I didn't really get the sense that black people were traveling to that fight. It was something. It was going to be a pay per view from the beginning. But he's in an arena in his own land with nothing but the ops around him. Now the funny thing is, back to the basketball analogy or comparison, when you look at when you look at when you look at the NBA, when you look at NFL games, when you look at college football games, again, 80%, 89%, 90% of the athletes on the field, black players. Probably 97, 99% of the fans in the stands, not black people. Not black people. Um, I went to the Michigan and Ohio State game this year. Ohio State at Michigan. 108, 110,000 people in there. Do you really think it was 10,000 black fans in that building? Come on, Charlie. So I just listen to all of this back and forth and all of this stuff, and I'm just like I said, is it just the way it is? Again, I saw black men with great black fight fans with great jobs, with great careers and professions. Did they hop on planes? Because that's an undertaking to go to a boxing match that's on one of the coasts, whether it be L.A., one of the three summits, of boxing, New York, Las Vegas, or Los Angeles. That's a to ask people to buy a flight, book a room, and buy the ticket. Who's doing all of that for a fight? Who's doing all of that? So I just look at some of this stuff, man, and I see what we want boxing to be, the position and the status that we want boxing to have, but does it really have that? This isn't getting up. The Cincinnati Bengals are an hour away from me. The Cleveland Browns are like 4 hours from me. But if I want to do that on the weekend, I can go to either one of those games, and it doesn't really set me. I can go that day, skip a hotel room, skip a flight, get all that done, for $250. Gas, tickets, get some tickets off StubHub. You can make that work. But the average ticket price for the event was what, $1,100? Who's paying that? Really? I'm embarrassed for Deontay Wilder to go up there at the weigh-in, at a free weigh-in. I believe the weigh-in was free. And to get booed like that in his own country. To get booed like that at his own event in his own country. And they paying through the crowd when inside the arena. They paying through the crowd walking into the arena. I was out there for Floyd and Canelo. I feel like black fans travel better for Floyd Mayweather. I really do. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I feel like black women showed up for Floyd Mayweather. My own cousin that stays up in Detroit, lives up in Detroit. She went to like the last 7 or 8, maybe 9 Mayweather fights from Detroit. Bought a ticket. Airplane ticket, hotel room. Went to a couple of fights. We didn't get tickets for the Canelo fight. We had to watch that from a strip club in Las Vegas. But boxing is not set up, in my opinion, and I can sound ignorant here, but a lot of times it's really not set up as something that the average black fan can enjoy in person. It's just the way it is. Similar situation. You look at a 5-man basketball team. You look at those 7 and 9 brothers on the bench at UD. Duke, UNC, University of Indiana, Kansas. You look at those 7, 8, 9, 10 brothers on that bench, and then you look at the fans. It's a similar situation as looking at all of the PBC guys, the Charlos, the Darrell brothers, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, all of these high-profile marquee names ringside. But then you get up into the stands, and what's the representation? I don't even want to act like I know, but what's the representation? What did you see? What did you hear? We all know blacks, African Americans make up, 13 to 15% of the population. Somewhere around there, 13, 12 and a half, whatever it is. Was it 1,000? Did 1,000 black fans show up? Did 1,500, 800, 500? It's just the way it is. And I'm saying this because I see the beef with the writers from the different outlets and whatnot, and who's getting called what, labeled what. It's messy, man. It's just messy. And then lastly, for Deontay to come out with this "Your King" video, it just puts the cherry on top of the silliness and the messiness of this whole thing. "Your King." And I guess I'm a realist. I do my thing with words. Words mean something to me. They have meanings. I try not to say much of what I don't really mean or what I'm not serious about. So it's a bad play for me. "Your King." Uh, Again, he's interacting or connecting with his base. I'm gonna let you get that, but I'm not in that mix. I'm not in that mix whatsoever. Anyway, man, I just had to get some thoughts out there. Uh, it's just the way it is, man. Just the way it is. Bite down, boxing. Don't let them count you out. This was presented by Pay Me No Mind Sports and Entertainment. My name is Wood again, and you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.